Howdy guys, how's it going? So we are continuing on with the best / favorite weapon per category. Since I've completed Damascus and had Damascus completed for a hot minute and been covering, various weapons and their class setups with updated versions and variations and this, that, and the other. So we're going to be doing that with the shotguns right now. And we're starting at the very bottom of the list with the old VLK Rogue. Now, the VLK Rogue is, like I said, I'm going to just call it a DLC weapon. You had to get it through the back. No, it was actually one you could unlock. Yeah, it was one that was just available. You had to do some challenges or something to unlock it. And there you have it. And this is a horrible shotgun, in my opinion. It's just very, very inconsistent. Like, I've done some good class setups for this that make it, usable and bearable while you're working on it. And I mean, it has its place. And I wouldn't necessarily... It and the Origin 12 is kind of tied, in my opinion, for just my two least favorite shotguns. Like I said, they will work. And like with the Origin 12, you can throw on the drum mag, you can just spray and pray slam people. But it's just the inconsistency with it, because I mean, most of the time you're going to lose your gunfights, even up close, unless you get really lucky and get a solid 1 or 2 shot on somebody that has really poor accuracy or poor reaction time. With both of these shotguns, really wouldn't recommend to eat, especially with slugs. The slugs on this game, the way that they just took and divvied out the velocity and stuff for slugs is just mind-blowingly I understand why they done it in order to make things balance things out. And if they kept the whole slug deal as realistic as it actually is, then it wouldn't be, it'd be too easy, it'd be too overpowered to have slugs and stuff, especially in a semi-automatic shotgun like the Origin 12 or like the VLK Rogue, where you can operate the charging mechanism for the bolt of the shotgun as quickly as you can. I get it, but these are two shotguns that, ever since I've gotten Damascus, and aside from doing updated class setup videos for those of you guys that are, still working on getting these things gold and platinum and just working through it so you can get Damascus, that's why I've done it. But other than that, I haven't touched these, and I have no intentions other than whenever now and then, you get hit with them in class setups and gunfight. And then going on to the 7.25 over/under shotgun. This right here is definitely a fan favorite for sure. Everybody loves this shotgun because in one-on-one situations, you pretty much got it locked down if you're in close range. The only downside to it is obviously you only got 2 shots. So, it can be easy, even with sleight of hand, to get caught in between reloads, and that always sucks monkey nuts. But it's just part of using this shotgun. And it's definitely amazing, and it's very, very, OP, especially for something like Search and Destroy, where most of what you're getting into is like one-on-one gunfights, or, normally at most doubles, having to deal with 2 people. So, this right here can definitely handle that kind of situation. And just in case you're new, go back and check out my 725 videos, because I got a handful of them where I've done some different variations with it. But yeah, and the other cool thing is, they've got a lot of blueprints for this gun that are pretty fun to use and pretty neat to just go through and look at what they've done with them. I wish that they would it would load so you could actually look at some of them. But it's a neat shotgun, and it's definitely got its place, but it's not my personal favorite, and I definitely wouldn't say it's the best. Now, going up to the R9-0 shotgun, you got this bullpup design, double barrel, double tube on the bottom. It's got the most ammo. Well, you can throw on the, like I said, extended mag for the Origin 12. But for a pump shotgun, it's got a lot of gosh darn ammo in it. Now, look, this right here was 100% my favorite shotgun and what I considered the best shotgun. But after this last update, bro, this thing right here has just been crapping the bed. And I don't know, because I haven't noticed that big of a difference of changing the stat menu, but this thing has definitely been nerfed or something, because it's just nowhere near as good as it used to be, and it hurts my feelings. It really does, because if I ever had to go to a shotgun, this right here is the one that I called on. And every time I used it, would absolutely decimate every puss in eyesight. Even if this thing was great out to considerable range, because you can just rack off 2 shots, and then you're right on to the next 2. And it did done great, but now it's just not that good. It's still my second favorite shotgun. I would still put it over the 725, not because the 725 is still, more, I guess, overpowered in a sense that, well, it's definitely more overpowered now than the R9. But my thing is just the reload time with the 725, especially if you're trying to use it in a regular match. Which, like I said, I don't use shotguns much at all unless I'm doing a video or I'm in a lobby with some people and there's multiple people running around with a shotgun. And a shotgun's like the really only way that I can contest whatever it is their strategy is. But yeah, I mean, I wish I had better things to say about the R9 at the moment, but it really, I hope that it gets back to its glory days and becomes like fun to use again. But at the moment, it's just, you know, it is what it is. And I hate, for those of you guys that are working on camos with the shotguns, I hate that it is what it is now, because like I said, it was super easy and fast to run through it before, and I mean, it still is fine, and there's definitely English, hello, can I speak it? There's definitely tips and stuff that you can use to make it better and more functional. It's just about playing with it as a shotgun, and you just can't push longer shots with it like you used to could have. But yeah, that's the R9. Now, let's go on to the Model 680. So, obviously, from what I've told y'all already, it's easy to tell that this thing right here is number one in terms of the best shotgun and my personal favorite now. And the reason is just very similar to the M4, the number of options that you have. So, like I said, you go to the ammunition, bro. Everything under the sun. Tube extensions, regular slug rounds. You got 12 gauge mag attachment. Then you got the slug mags, dragon breath rounds, and then the dragon breath mag attachment. Okay, so many options. So many amazing ways to run this shotgun. You can really push the range limit, and you have the advantage of, you know, having a lot of extra ammo in the tube. So like that's where it really beats the 725, because you can take and push out to 725 range very easily with the barrel attachment, and then, you know, either throw it on the choke or the Marauder suppressor. And you then, but like unlike the 725, you have, you know, anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 rounds, 10, you know, shotgun shells in your magazine tube, which in the long run really is a lot better and a lot more, you know, convenient than the 725, because with the 725, you can rattle off 2 shots a lot quicker than you can with the 680, but with the 680, you can get more rounds down range consistently and quicker by the time you factor in reload times, even if you got sleight of hand on the 725. And the other thing is, I mean, this is one of the shotguns where you have Dragon's Breath, and Dragon's Breath is just super fun to use. I try to not use it too much because it is pretty aggravating and frustrating for anybody on the enemy team that you're using it against, but tons of fun to use and definitely worth you know, going through and taking the time to do those quick little challenges to unlock the Dragon's Breath in the ammo section. And at this point in time, the 680 has got to be one of the easiest and quickest and most fun shotguns to even complete the gold camo for. So, I mean, like, if anything, if you're working on shotguns and camos, just save this one for last, and that way you'll have a good time while you're working on it after you get done being frustrated with working with some of the other shotguns, especially the VLK Rogue and the Origin 12. And God dang it pains me so much to say next to third up on that list. It has to be the R9 at the moment, just because of whatever they done to it. But yeah, guys, anyways, I mean, that right there, you know, there's only 5 shotguns, so there's not a lot more I can say about them. They are, you know, they're fun and relatively easy to use. You just got to remember to play your distance and keep it close without camping. You know, no camping here, anti-camping, can't be doing none of that garbage. You know, but I mean, it's still, there's a fine line between camping and just playing smart with the weapon you have. You know, camping is when you are consistently sitting in a corner in a building, you know, all that good old stuff. But there's nothing wrong with moving between building and building, playing it out, scoping it out, running through the building. And then obviously on smaller maps, you're gonna be hitting up this multiple buildings you'll be hitting up the same buildings multiple times. Okay, so, you know, that's what I'm saying. There's a fine line, there's a gray area, but it's like camping, yeah, it's relatively easy to actually tell and check yourself when you are camping, because, you know, you're laying down, you're just feeding off the same people that keep running into an area. And I mean, if they keep doing that, then yeah, I mean, yeah, it's their fault. But you just gotta have some, you know, some gaming Call of Duty ethics about you, especially when you're working on your shotguns, getting your shotgun camos. But yeah, guys, anyways, that's it for this for the shotgun category. We'll be going on to the LMGs in the next one of these. And yeah, as always, appreciate you watching the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you hadn't already, and share with your friends. And until the next one, adios.